The laws cannot ever be done away with. There is a deceptive teaching going on that the laws are done away with or nailed to the cross, which if believed on makes you a lawless one. These false doctrine people are deceived and being deceived, deceiving others. They use the Holy Scripture out of context as a fertilizer for their false doctrine. Hamashiach was clear about the laws. Matthew 5:17-21. Think not that I am come to destroy the law, or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Then in verse 19 he told you, if you break a least commandment and teach that, lawlessness, you'll end up in hell. In verse 20 he told you to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, otherwise ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Then in 21 he went straight to the laws, putting more weight and brightness to them. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall murder, kill, shall be in danger of the judgment. The king, the master himself, gave you these direct commandments. According to Deuteronomy 18:19, the Most High said, if you don't listen to him, Yahawashai, you'll have to answer to him. For the Yah zealous ones, those worshippers that have a zeal for the Most High Yah, but still not according to knowledge. Romans 10:1-2, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Yah for Yasharal Israel is, that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yah, but not according to knowledge. The deceived also use Galatians chapter 3 as their false doctrine fertilizer. They forget the caution given by Caph, Peter, in 2 Peter 3:16. As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable wrest, as they do also the other scriptures, unto their own destruction. Back to Galatians chapter 3:1-29. O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you, that ye should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahawashai Hamashiach hath been evidently set forth, crucified among you? This is a fair question of Shaul Paul. Who bewitched you to derail from the way, from Torah to become lawless, to become a Constantinian, a Christian? Remember, faith is not an European concept. Hebraically, it's a working concept. To have faith is to work for that faith. It's not a thing of only believing. Remember this while reading. Also, in these verses, it's about the law of sacrifice. Verse 2. This only would I learn of you, received ye the Spirit by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith? 3. Are ye so foolish? Having begun in the Spirit, are ye now made perfect by the flesh? 4. Have ye suffered so many things in vain, if it be yet in vain? 5. He therefore that ministereth to you the Spirit, and worketh miracles among you, doeth he it by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith? Shaul Paul is talking to Yasharal, to Israelites, that knows the law, and he is questioning them if they believe and have faith in what was written in the Scriptures. Because it was written that Yahawashai would come to suffer so, to take away their sins. So why keep sacrificing for sins? Isaiah 53:10. Yet it pleased Yahweh to bruise him, he hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahweh shall prosper in his hand. Hebrews 10:4-11-12. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. And every priest standeth daily ministering and offering oftentimes the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of Yah. Back to Galatians 3:6. Even as Abraham believed Yah, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. 7. Know ye therefore that they which are of faith, the same are the children of Abraham. 8. And the scripture, foreseeing that Yah would justify the nation through faith, preached before the promise unto Abraham, saying, In thee shall the whole nation be blessed. 9. So then they which be of faith are blessed with faithful Abraham. 10. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, Cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. After Yahawashai, keeping sacrificing won't justify you. You must have faith in Yahawashai. 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yah, it is evident. For the just shall live by faith. 12. And the law of sacrifice is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. Hamashiach redeemed us from the curse, abhorrence, detesting, of the sacrificial law. 13. Hamashiach hath redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, Cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the nation through Yahawashai Hamashiach. that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men. Though it be but a man's covenant, yet if it be confirmed, no man disannulleth, or again addeth thereto. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not, and to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed which is Hamashiach. Yahawashai is of the tribe of Yahawada, Yehuda. And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of Yah in Hamashiach, the sacrificial law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul, that it should make the promise of none effect. 18. For if the inheritance be of the law, it is no more of promise, but Yah gave it to Abraham by promise. 19. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. 20. Now a mediator is not a mediator of one, but Yah is one. 21. Is the law then against the promises of Yah? Yah forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law. 22. But the scripture hath concluded all under sin, that the promise by faith of Yahawashai, Hamashiach, might be given to them that believe. 23. But before faith came, we were kept under the sacrificial law, shut up unto the faith which should afterwards be revealed. Remember, there was always faith, so this points to the offering for sin by Hamashiach. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach, that we might be justified by faith. 25. But after that faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster. For ye are all the children of Yah by faith in Yahawashai Hamashiach. For as many of you as have been baptized into Hamashiach have put on Hamashiach. The blood of Yahawashai was for the renewing of the blood covenant. Matthew 27:25. Then answered all the people, and said, His blood be on us, and on our children. So you see that this was the renewal of the blood covenant to Yasharel. By the way, other nations can get saved from the wrath of Yah if they cleave to Yasharel and the blood covenant. This renewal was prophesied. Daniel 9:26, 27:26. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined. 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. Conclusion. Hamashiach died for the people, and the veil of the temple was rent. The people were murdered and scattered all over the earth. The land left desolate without the covenant people and trodden down by Gentiles. Therefore was the sacrifice and its laws stopped. But the people couldn't understand this because they were expecting Hamashiach to restore the kingdom to Yasharel. The argument of Shaul, Paul, in Galatians chapter 3 is because they kept sacrificing for sin and couldn't understand that Yahawashai first came to redeem them from sin, otherwise they also would have to die if that was the day of wrath.